Good day. The security situation in Faultland is deteriorating. The breakdown of infrastructure has affected the supply of provisions to many cities. Local population show no confidence in the government. Men and women began to loot, looking for food and drinkable water. Police in Faultland are overwhelmed and called for military assistance. There are riots and there are many wounded. Hospitals are getting overcrowded, also receiving many injured people from the natural disaster. Authorities ask for more capacity to pump away water. Many houses and streets are still underwater and people are literally fighting for the right to be helped first. Also today minor aftershocks were felt, again hindering the search and rescue operations. 24 hours a day, teams from Europe continue working throughout Faultland. As reported earlier, teams from Belarus, France and the United Kingdom started their search and rescue operations. At least 20 people have been rescued so far. Yesterday, the urban search and rescue team from Belarus concentrated on working at a kindergarten that collapsed during the earthquake. The team managed to get one of the injured out using their roping skills. Today, again they found people trapped and the team had to use roping techniques to get to someone that got stuck in a car. It was a huge challenge to get to the victim. On top of this, they also managed to save someone from a crane at the harbor. The French team yesterday started their operations at a completely destroyed shopping center that used to be a multi-story building. They used heavy equipment to extract survivors from underneath the debris. Survivors were taken to a hospital. Today, the team from France continued working hard to find more people that survived the earthquake. Cutting through concrete gave them lots of challenges due to the narrow working space. They also managed to find a way through a parking garage where several people were trapped in their cars. Yesterday, the search and rescue team from the United Kingdom was able to get a man out of an apartment block very quickly, so he could be treated immediately. After this rescue, they had to put more effort in building a structure to prevent a building from further collapsing, preventing the rescuers to go in. Again, they managed to drill their way through to get another person out who was handed over to the Danish Army Medical Team. The British team also used a drone to get a better overview of the situation. So far, many of the survivors were taken to hospital by the Danish Army Medical Team. The Danish team is running a military hospital, where today they also helped a woman giving birth. This was a joint effort with a member of the British team. At the base of operation, the EU coordination team coordinates between local authorities and the EU civil protection teams, specialized in, for example, urban search and rescue, high-capacity pumping and water purification. These experts also inform the EU in Brussels on the progress of the mission in Faultland. The Technical Assistant and Support Team, the so-called TAST, assists the coordination team technically by setting up communications and logistically by providing working areas and shelter. In an interview, Mario Koenig, team leader of the EUCPT, told us about the next phase in the relief operation in Faultland.
We now changed in the morning from urban search and rescue focus, that was what we did the last 2 days, to more the humanitarian aid for the population here in Faultland. So we now start with assessment in the cities and in the area around to get information what need is, for example, shelter, food and other items to bring to the population here and to support them.
Yesterday, we reported about the injured search and rescue dog. Today we can report this dog already returned into the field of search and rescue operations. It is clear, all teams from the EU are working very hard to help the people in Faultland. Thank you for watching INN. I'm James Watson.